Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I will be fighting a 2,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Marcus's Blood Angels, both with our new codexes. Pretty excited for this one. The story that we've got going on here is that reports got back to the Dark Angels that there was a group of dark armored Astartes that had been running rampage through an Imperial planet, slaughtering innocent people, just kind of going nuts. And the Dark Angels figured it was worth investigating, so they sent out a force thinking maybe the Fallen. They wanted to get there first and make sure that they handled the situation if it was the Fallen. If not, it sounded very much like it might be some kind of Chaos Berserkers or some kind of Black Legion forces that are coming through this planet. So the Dark Angels dispatched a force to go investigate and find out what happened and take care of the situation. And when they got there, it turned out that it was actually a squad of Death Company whose chaplain at the time had fallen in battle. They had no one to control them, and they were lost to the Black Rage for a while. So the Blood Angels sent out a force to go collect their brethren, sent in Lamartes to go see if they could get him and take care of the situation before anyone else in the Imperium found out about it. But the Dark Angels arrived before they were able to fully take care of the situation, and the Blood Angels decided that their own little secret needed to be kept as much as the Dark Angels like to keep their little secret. So soon enough, bolt shots were flying, and that's the situation that we were left with. We are going to be playing the ITC Champions mission number 1, because this is I'm getting myself prepped. This is, I guess, maybe step 1 in the road to LVO for the Glacial Geek here, trying to get ready for the tournament scene up here in 2018, and LVO in particular for this one. So this is the ITC mission number 1. So what it is you have to place the objectives in a specific pattern on the board here. There's another one around the corner there. And what happens is at the end of each player turn, if you controlled an objective, you get a point. If you killed a unit, you get a point. At the end of the game turn, if you control more objectives than your opponent, you get a point. I think, right? And then there's, and if you killed more units than your opponent during that turn, you get a point. So, yeah, it should be pretty interesting. Then what you do is you choose your secondary. So you choose your own. I happen to choose Recon, which means that I have to have a unit in each table quarter at the end of my turn. I also chose Old School, which is you get a point for First Strike, which is kill something in the first turn. Linebreaker, Slay the Warlord, and what was the other one?
It's the final battle round.
And the final battle round, if I kill a unit in the final battle round, you also get a point there. And I also got Headhunter, which is I get a point for each character I got. And each of those can earn you up to 4 points for secondary for each of those. My opponent, Marcus, he chose Headhunter, Old School, and Kingslayer, and he put what you do is you can actually just choose a character. So he chose it onto Azrael, and because he's actually my warlord, he gets to have he gets 1 point if he kills it entirely because it's my warlord, and he gets 1 point for each 2 wounds that he puts onto him. So if he only ends up putting 2 wounds on him, he'll get 1 point for that secondary. If he kills him outright, he'll get all 4 for it. So that's what he chose for that. So those are the secondary missions. As I said, we've already gone over what the primary missions are. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out today.
So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment and a vanguard detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have Azrael, a Primaris lieutenant with a power sword, and a librarian with a force sword. We have 3 5-man scout squads with bolters. We have a 10-man Hellblaster squad with plasma incinerators. We have a Dark Shroud. Then for the Vanguard detachment, we have an Interrogator Chaplain with a jump pack, and a Lieutenant with a jump pack and a power sword. We have 2 5-man Reaver squads. We have a Venerable Dreadnought with twin las cannon, fist, and heavy flamer. We have a 5-man Deathwing Knight squad. And last but not least, we have a Dark Talon. So for the Blood Angels, he'll be running a battalion, a vanguard, and a spearhead detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have the Sanguinor and a sanguinary priest with a jump pack. We have 3 5-man tactical squads with a heavy bolter in each. We have a 5-man assault squad with jump axe, a power axe, and 2 meltaguns. Then for the vanguard, leading it off, we have Lamartes. We have a 14-man Death Company squad with jump packs. They have 3 Thunderhammers, 2 power swords, a plasma pistol, and a hand flamer. We have a 7-man Sanguinary guard squad with 4 Incarmine swords, 2 Incarmine axes, and a power fist. We have a Sanguinary ancient with an Incarmine sword. We have a 9-man Vanguard vet squad with 2 power fists and storm shields. Then for the spearhead, we have a librarian with a force sword and a jump pack. And last but not least, we have 3 separate rapier batteries with quad launchers.
All right, so those are the armies going over deployment now. I've got my Dark Talon back here. I've got a scout squad over on the objective over here. I've got my Venerable Dreadnought back here, my Dark Shroud back here. I've got Hellblasters, Azrael, and the Lieutenant over here. I've got another squad of scouts back here, including our good friend Jenkins. I've got another scout squad out in front here, which that duty Jenkins managed to avoid. And the rest of my guys are actually going to be in Deep Strike Reserve. I don't know if I mentioned, I think my Reavers have the grab shoots. I paid for the points. I don't think I mentioned it now that I think about it. Going over deployment for the Blood Angels. He's got one of his Reaper batteries over here. He's got a tactical squad here. Lamartes is over here. He's got his, Death Company? The Death Company, thank you. I was going to say Black Legion, but I just got my own narrative stuck in my head. How dare I? He's got the Death Company here. His Librarian is up in front there. We got the Sanguinary Priest in the back here. Another 5-man tactical squad here. 2 of the Reaper batteries and the Vanguard Vets over here. We've got another of his tactical squads back here. And then in Deep Strike Reserve, he has his Assault Squad, his Sanguinary Guard, his Ancient, and the Sanguinor. So that's the what we've got here for deployment. Before we go any further, as of right now, the Blood Angels are going to be going first, unless I can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6. Show me that fill first. No! Ooh, I get 5 so many times, and it makes me... yeah, it just rubs it in. All right, so we will come back to you after movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase here, turn 1 for the Blood Angels. His Reaper battery stayed still. Rapier battery stayed still. These guys kind of strung out a bit. The heavy bolter stood still. These guys I think all stood still back here. 2 Rapier batteries stood still. These guys, except for the heavy bolter, the tactical squad moved up. Same thing with the Vanguard vet squad. They jumped over here. Lamartes jumped up over there. Sanguinary Priest and the Librarian jumped up over there. The Sanguinor dropped in. The banner guy, Ancient, dropped in. There's a story behind this. So my opponent spent
Forlorn Fury.
Forlorn Fury, which at the beginning of the first round before you've started, you spend 2 CP and it allows Death Company, or is it anybody? Death Company, specifically Death Company, to move in advance as though it's a movement phase, but before the game starts. So he spent the 2 CP, moved up here. He also rolled off. He didn't get his CP back with that. So then he moved them again. So that's why they are like right in my face. So this is going to be kind of crazy. So yeah, it's going to be nuts. So that is the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so starting off, his Librarian is going to cast Quickening on himself. So looking for 7, get in it with 7. So that means he gets to reroll his charge distance. He gets +3 attacks in the
plus
fight phase.
D3 additional
Plus
attacks.
D3 additional attacks.
+3 on the charge.
And +3 on the charge. And he gets to reroll too, his charge distance?
That's his relic.
Oh, his relic. Oh, that's right. I forgot. He has a relic that lets him reroll. Ugh.
Swings.
And this is the biggest. This is going to be a big roll. If he makes this might be a real quick game. Because he is now going to roll for wings. The wings, what is it? Wings of Sanguinius? Wings of Sanguinius, which would allow him to move again. So it's a warp charge of 5. If he gets this, he's going to be real close. And he has a relic that lets him reroll his charge distance, and I can't overwatch him. So brutal stuff. So here goes. Oh, he doesn't get it. He's going to spin a command
one.
point. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. No. No, no. Oh, and he does. Oh. Oh. People, this is huge. This is, that's going to hurt. Oh, man. And do you get the point back for your thing? Yes, he does. Of course he does. So that cost him nothing. All right. And that's it for the psychic phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase once he's moved into kill me range. All right, starting with the shooting phase, this rapier battery here is going to fire into my scouts over here. So 43 shots. So that's 7 shots. So hitting on 3s. Wow, real good. Strength 5. So wounded on 3s. Failing 1. So that is 4, 5, 6. AP what again?
Nothing.
AP nothing, so that's 6. 3 up saves because they're in cover over there. And I failed one of them. Second rapier battery is going to fire into those scouts over there. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shots. All right, these are going to be hitting on 3s. Ooh, not as good as that first round. Wounding on 3s. So that is going to be 3 wounds. 3 up saves. Failed 1. And now the last one is going to do the same thing unto these guys. 1, 2, 3, 6 shots. Hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 3s. Getting 2 wounds. 2 3 up saves. Oh, failed 1. Alright, his heavy bolter here is going to fire into the Hellblasters over here. He is -1 to hit because that's units within 6 inches of the Dark Shroud. No hits. Heavy bolter here is going to fire into this scout squad over here. Okay, 2 hits. Wounded on 3s. No wounds. Lamartes is going to fire his bolt pistol into these guys, my scouts over here. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. That is a wound. 3 up save. And he's good. Woo! All right, the Sanguinary Ancient here is going to fire into my scout squad. That's 2 hits. Strength, what is it? 4. So that's 1 hit. AP
-1.
AP -1, so +1 because of cover. 4 up. They're good. All right, so now the Librarian's going to fire into the Hellblasters. It's -1 to hit because of the Dark Shroud. That's a hit. That is not a wound. And now the Death Company are going to fire into my Hellblasters here. So the Hand Flamer gets 1 hit. So we're just going to put, well, no, because the white is to wound. These other ones are still to hit. So,
Point.
Yep. So now these are going to be the plasma pistols. Going to be the black. The red are going to be bolt pistols. These are all going to be hitting on 4s because of a -1 to hit there. And now these are going to be wounding on 5, 4, and 3. All right. So that's 4 wounds there. 4 2 up saves because they are in cover over there. And I'll make them all. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. On to the assault phase. He's going to start out by charging with his sanguinary priest here into my scouts. Only one guy can see him through the gap in the can right there. So, hitting on 6s. Nope, nothing there. His charge distance. Yeah, that's totally in. And now Lamartes is going to charge him. And he's in. And now his Librarian's going to charge into my Hellblasters and Azrael. I cannot fire Overwatch because of the relic that he gave me. What's the name of the relic?
Angel's Wings.
Angel's Wings, which means he can reroll his charge distance, and I can't fire Overwatch. So at this point, he has +3 to his range because of the quickening. He needs like a 3 to make in this charge, and he is way in. And now his Death Company are going to charge into my Hellblasters, Azrael, and my Lieutenant. The only one who can fire Overwatch is going to be the Lieutenant because the others are now engaged because of that Librarian. That's an awesome tactic. All right, here we go. Yeah, with the 6. Yeah, with the wound. Oh, man.
What's it, -1?
No AP, no AP. Oh, and he's good. Of course he is. All right, so here's their charge. Yeah, they're going to be into the Hellblasters, that's for sure. All right, he's going to spend a command point to re-roll that 1 into a 4, so he's got 6 inches charge here. Do you get that point back?
Let's find out.
Yeah, he does. Okay. All right, so starting off the fight phase, we're going to start with Lamartes here into his into my scouts over here, who he thinks are just 5 just 5 Horuses because he's succumbed to the Black Rage here. He's like, he can't believe that there's 5 Horuses up here on the walls of Terra. So here we go. His attacks hitting on 2s, rerolling because of himself. Those are all hits. These are going to be strength 7, so wounding on 3s.
The red thirst makes it wounding on 2s.
Oh, the red thirst now makes it wounding on 2s. Brutal. All right, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds.
Minus 2 AP.
Minus 2 AP. Oh man, so we got 5 6-ups. Oh man, 5 6-ups. Show me them Phil faces. Make 2 of them. I'll take that. All right, and I am going to spend 2 command points to interrupt and activate my Hellblasters. I was sitting there for a bit, debating on which of these 3 I should interrupt with, Hellblasters or Azrael or the Lieutenant. The Lieutenant was only going to get 5 attacks with his Heavenfall Blade because I gave him the Relic of Heavenfall Blade into them, so at most I could kill 5 guys. Azrael was only going to go into Librarian. I feel like both of them can survive this first round of assaults that are going to come in here. So I figured I'm going to activate my Hellblasters because I'm not as sure that they're going to survive against this. So there's actually going to be 2 attacks base for each of them, +1 because of the Sergeant gets +1. So these are going to be 21 attacks here, hitting on 3s. All right, re-rolling, we'll come back to you with that. Re-rolling because of Azrael. All right. And we'll come back to you with that. All right, so wounding on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. Re-rolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. All right, pretty good. So we've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh no. This was 1, but those were 2 there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 saves to make. 13 3-ups. All right, 13 3-ups. Oh, pretty good. 6 up, feel no pains. No, so 3 go down. And let's see if I get back my my command point there one of the command points I spent. No, I do not. All right, now his Sanguinary Priest is going to activate into the scouts over here. So that's re-rolling because of Lamartes. All right, those are all hits. Strength
4.
Strength 4.
+1
But
because
+1.
of
So he's got +1 strength because of the Blood Chalice, which he has there. So it's going to be strength 5, means wounding on 3s. But because he's got the red thirst, means wounding on 2s. All right, so that is going to be 3 wounds. AP on those? Regular. So 3 4-up saves. And I'll make them all. Woo! All right, so now the Death Company are going to attack into my Hellblasters here. He's got 3 guys with Thunderhammers. He lost 3 guys to the Hellblaster attack. He's got 2 guys with Power Swords, and the rest have chain swords. 1 guy with chain swords isn't going to be on the attack because he stood back to stay within the range of the Sanguinor, which gives them +1 attack, and in range of the Banner, which gives them reroll of 1s to wound. So we're going to have all these attacks that are coming in here are going to be the opaque red ones are going to be the Thunderhammers. The red dice that came with the Dark Imperium set are going to be Power Swords, and then the blacks are going to be Chain Swords. So hitting on 3s and 4s. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so now they're going to be striking in. The ones with the regular, the ones with the Power Swords and the Chain Swords would be, they've got strength +1, right? Because of, they've got, no, they don't get strength +1. So they would be wounding on 4s. But now they're going to be wounding on 3s because of the red thirst, and then the Thunderhammers would normally be wounding on 2s. You can't go better than 2, so they're going to be wounding on 2s. So here we go, 3s and 2s. We'll come back to you with that. Rerolling 1s because of the Banner. All right, that is all 3s. Oh, that's I forgot the blacks are 2s. Or 3s, right? So, yep, so there's all those wounds. We'll come back to you with the saves. All right, so we've got 12 wounds from the regular chain swords. we've got 6 wounds from Thunderhammers and 2 wounds from the Power Swords. It turns out that the guy back here has a Power Sword. My opponent noticed it before he rolled, so he had actually switched it out so that it was good to go. So thank you to him being honest like that. I wouldn't have noticed. So here we go. I'm going to start off by rolling the 3-up saves because of the chain swords here. So looking for 3-ups. Failing, oh man, for 5 of those. All right, now I'm going to go into the Power Swords, are AP -3, so 4-up invul saves because of Azrael over there. Oh, I'll make both of those. And now the Thunderhammer saves. These are going to be looking for 6s to save on, or not 6s. Looking for 4-up invul saves on these. Failing 2 of these. So the first one's going to kill the guy that was injured from the chain swords, and then there's one, because regardless how many wounds, and then one is going to be D3. So do you want to roll that, the D3?
Sorry, no, they're straight 3. It's a
Oh, it's a straight 3. Sorry, so that is going to be another dead guy. All right. All right, now his Librarian is going to activate, and he's going to attack into my Hellblasters over here. So he gets an additional D3 attacks, an additional 1 attack. So this is going to be a total of 4 attacks coming in here. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, 3 hits. Usually wounding on 4s, but now wounding on 3s because of the Red Thirst. So that is going to be 1 wound. 1 4-up save. No, failed. D3 because of the res. Oh, 1 wound. All right, so now my my Primaris Lieutenant is going to activate, attacking into his Death Company back there. So I've got 5 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 2s. All right, re-rolling because of Azrael. All right, that's all hits. Strength +2, so wounding on 3s because of the Heavenfall Blade. Re-rolling 1s because of himself. So that is going to be 4 wounds at AP -3. So 4 6-ups. No, failed them. They're going to be D3 wounds each. So we got to do this one at a time because they've got feel no pain. So the first one, it's going to be 3 wounds, so 3 6-ups. Ooh, almost made it. But no, that's 1 guy dead. 1 wound. That's 2 guys dead. 1 wound. That's 3 guys dead. And then 2 wounds. That's 4 guys dead. And now Azrael's going to attack into the Librarian over here. 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. Rerolling because of himself. All right, all hits. Wounding on 3s. 6s do a mortal wound. Ooh, rerolling. No. Rerolling because of the Lieutenant. So that's just 3 wounds at AP -3. 6-ups. No, those all go through. D3 wounds each. Does he have a feel no pain? Okay. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds onto the Librarian, so he is dead. And that is first. Yeah, well, it doesn't make a difference. I got my first strike for that, though. And now my scouts over here are going to attack into the priest over there. So these are 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on a 4. No, nothing there. All right, so that's the end of the fight phase. My opponent is going to spend 3 command points to use Honor of the Chapter and have the Death Company strike back again at the end. Strike again at the end of the fight phase. So he's going to see if he gets one back. No, he does not. All right, so we're going to have 3 Thunderhammers, 1 Power Sword, and 2 Chain Swords attacking in here. They're still getting the +1 for the charge because of the Black Rage, because it's at the end. This is at the end of the fight phase, but still in the same fight phase that they charge. So here we go, hitting on 3s and 4s. We'll come back to that. And now they'll be wounding on 3s and 2s. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, so we got 4 wounds from Chain Swords. We got 1 wound from a Power Sword, and we've got 5 wounds from the Thunderhammer. So we're gonna go with the 4 from the Chain Swords first. Oh, failed 2 of them. All right, so now we got 4 up from the Power Sword. He's good. And then we've got 5 4-up saves from the Thunderhammers. Oh no! That would wipe the squad. Fudge. Yeah, there's not much I can do. I guess I could spend a command point to try to save one of them. Oh, man, that is awful. I'm going to spend 1 command point to try to save one of them. And he does. Okay, so I still... One guy left, but that's not great. All right, I'm sorry. I was an idiot. I'm not gonna spend that command point. My opponent was like, "Why were you doing that?" So, so we're not gonna spend that command point for that reroll. So I'm just gonna lose the 4 guys. All right, so that's the end of the turn here. Moving on to the morale phase. My Hellblaster is going to run away because he lost 9 in that squad. No matter what I roll, I'm losing somebody there, which gives him his first strike, which is pretty good. These scouts over here, re-rolling. They lost 3 guys. 3 and 3 is 6. They're good. They lost 3 guys. 3 and 5 is 8, which is good with their sergeant still alive. So that is it for the Blood Angel Turner. I say it as though it was not the most brutal first turn that I've faced in a long, long time. So that is going to be it for them. We will come back to you after the movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. Azrael and my lieutenant fell back. My Dreadnought moved up over this way. My Dark Shroud moved up over this way. My scouts stood where they were. These scouts stood where they were. In dropped my Deathwing Knights, my Interrogator Chaplain, and my lieutenant looking over this way. These scouts fell back over that way. My Librarian dropped in over here. Reavers dropped in back over here. Reavers dropped in over here, and my Dark Shroud flew over this way. So at the end of the movement phase, my Dark Shroud is going to drop its stasis bomb on top of those Death Company over here. So we've got 7. There's 7 guys left in that company. What it is I roll a d6 for every unit, every model in the unit one unit that I flew over once per game. Up to 10 dice, and then I can do a mortal wound to that unit on a 4-up for each of these. So 7 dice, looking for 4-ups. Getting 4 4-ups. So 4 mortal wounds, 4 6-ups. Making one of them, so 3 of them are dead. All right, so now onto the psychic phase. My Librarian is going to cast Trephination onto his rapier battery here. So we've got 2d6 looking for 7 to go off. Going off with a 9. So that means now we roll 2d6, adding 2 if the total was more than 10. But it wasn't, so now it's going to be closest enemy model, which is going to be them. So 2d6 is 7. I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll this to a 6, so that's 11. They've got a leadership of 7, so that means they lose 4 wounds. So they are, or hits dead, and they're still there, right? Yep. All right, pretty good. All right, now I'm going to roll to see if I get back that command point. I do not. All right, now I'm going to cast Smite onto these guys. Whoa. Going off with a 6, D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds, so they're gone. All right, so now my Reavers are going to start us off with the shooting phase into the Rapier battery. I've got 5 attack shots with the heavy bolt guns hitting on 3s. That's all but 1. Wounding on what's their toughness? 4. So looking for 4s. Getting 1 AP minus 1. So 3 up. 3 up. Yeah, they're good. All right, my Dark Talon is going to fire everything into the Sanguinary over here. So we're going to start with the Rift Cannon, heavy D3. That's 3 shots. Pretty good. Hitting on 3s, minus 1 because of moving, because it's heavy, but plus 1 for, oh no, he's got fly rule, right? He does have the fly rule, so I don't. I'm going to be hitting on 4s because of that. So, looking for 4s. Getting 1, I'm just gonna let that go through. So that's strength, so that's 1 hit, strength 10, wounding on toughness, what's his toughness? 4, so looking for a 2 to wound. That's a wound. AP minus 3. 4 up invul save. No, goes through, so that's 3 damage onto him. And now that he did damage, I roll on the Rift Vortex table on a 3. Whoa, 1 second. All right, he's actually going to spend a command point to re-roll that. No, does go through. Do you get it back? No, he does not get it back. So, on the Rift Vortex on a 3 up. Yeah, he's going to do D3 additional mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. That's 6 wounds. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. And that is Oh, it doesn't make a difference, slay the warlord, but I guess it helps for my secondary. All right, so now my Venerable Dreadnought's going to fire his las cannon into the rapier battery back there, and then he's going to fire the heavy flamer into his death company over here. So we're going to go with the heavy flamer first. 6 hits. Strength 5, wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s to wound because of the lieutenant. All right, so that is 5 wounds at AP -1. So that is 1 guy. Reroll 6 is a save. No, 1 dead. And then the twin las cannons into the rapier battery back there, hitting on 3s because he moved. That's 2 hits. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. That is 2 wounds. AP -3.
So,
looking for 6 up saves. No, both go through. Does it make it? They're different models, right?
yes.
So yeah. So we've got the first one does 6 wounds. So that's going to be into that, and then the second one is just going to kill a guy. So he took it off on the battery, and then 1 guy will be dead. All right, heavy bolter from my what's it call it? The dark shroud into his death company there, hitting on 4s because I moved. All right, re-rolling because of Azrael, but not the 3, since that's would be a hit before. So that's 2 hits, wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds, AP -1, +1 for being in cover, so 3 ups. Failed 1 of them. Oh, but he saves it on that. All right, these guys are going to rapid fire bolter into him over here, hitting on 3s. Re-rolling because of Azrael. All right, all hits. Wounding on 4s. Re-rolling, nope, he's not within 6 of him, so that's going to be 5 wounds, 5 3-ups. Oh, 5 2-ups because they are in cover. They're all good. All right, my lieutenant is going to fire into the sanguinary priest over there. That is not a hit. And my interrogator chaplain is going to do the same thing with his pistol. Also not a hit. So the reason that I was able to shoot into his sanguinary guard there was because the new beta rules for character, new beta character rules that are going to be at LVO, since we're practicing for LVO here, is that characters no longer block other characters when it comes to the character rule. So you can just shoot any characters as long as it's characters that are closest. These 2 scouts here are going to fire into the death company over here. 2 shots hitting on 3s. That's no hits. That's it for the shooting phase. Onto the assault phase. My reavers here are going to charge into his tactical squad over there. He's got 3 guys in rapid fire range here. His bolt pistol's out of range, but his heavy bolter is obviously in range. So which ones are the red are going to be the heavy bolter. These are all going to hit on 6s. No, nothing there. So their charge distance looking for 9 inches. No, not getting it. I'm going to spend a command point to reroll that. Nope. And do I get it back though? I do get it back. And now my reavers are going to charge into his rapier battery over here. So we're going to go with the red are going to be the what is it? Shatter shells? Shadow shell. So is this the number of shots that they're going to be shooting then?
No, this is
just straight direct shots. So these are all going to be hitting on 6s. Getting 1 shatter shell and 1 bolt pistol shot. So strength what? Bolt pistols wound on 4. Nope, no wound there.
2s.
Shatter shell on 2s. Oh. No wound there. So their charge distance, looking for 9 inches, is totally in. All right, so now my Deathwing Knights are going to charge into Lamartes and his Sanguinary Priest. Bolt pistols, nothing there. So looking for 12 inches to get with the Priest, but 9 inches to get into Lamartes. Oh, nothing there. And now my Venerable Dreadnought's going to charge into his death company over there. And they are, where was that when I needed them over there? But he's totally in. All right, so that's it for the assault. On to the fight phase. My Venerable Dreadnought's going to start us off here by punching into his death company there. So I've got 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. All rerolling because of Azrael. That's 4 hits. Wounding on 2s. That is all wounds. AP -3. So 4 6-ups. Makes 1 of them, so they're going to be 3 damage each. So they have to take feel no pains 1 at a time here. 3. Nope, that's 1 dead guy, 2 dead guys, and 3 dead guys. So that is the squad wiped. And now my reavers are going to attack in. They've got they've got 2 base attacks each, plus 1 extra for the sergeant, and then they're going to have 1 extra attack each because of the knife that they have, the combat knife. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Okay. These are going to be now toughness 4, so wounding on 4s. Oh. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. 5 3-ups. Failed 2 of them. All right, so you put 2 wounds onto the carrier there. The rest are going to go onto these. Now he's going to attack back. So the red is going to be the carrier, looking for a 6. The other's looking for a 3. No attacks, no hits back. So that is it for the. Dark Angel's turn here. Does anyone have to take a morale test? They've lost 2 and they've got a 7, so they can lose somebody. So looking 2 + 1 is good. So they are good to go, and that is it for the turn here. We will figure out points for ourselves, and then we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 2. His assault squad moved up over this way. His sanguinary priest jumped back over this way. His sanguinary ancient jumped back over this way. His rapier battery fell back out of combat. His tactical squad moved up over this way. Did everyone move, including the heavy bolter? No, heavy bolter stood still. Everyone else just kind of swung around here. The one guy left from the rapier battery there fell back over that way. These guys over here, they stood. Oh no, they moved up over this way, but the heavy bolter guy stood still, right? And these guys also did the same thing, moving over this way. Heavy bolter guy stood still. In dropped his sanguinary guard around Momartes, who jumped back over here, and that is it for the movement phase. He kept his assault squad still in reserves as of this point. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you. No psychic, because I killed the librarian. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so the sanguinary guard are going to fire into my reaver squad here. Only one guy is in range, so it's 2 shots, hitting on 3s, right?
Yep.
Wounding on not a 3, wounding on 4s. His sanguinary priest is going to throw a crack grenade into my guy here, so he's going to be hitting on 4s because it's -1 to hit for nope, no hit. His sanguinary ancient is going to throw a crack grenade at my reavers. That is a hit. That is a wound. What is it? AP -1. Why am I walking the entire wrong way around this table to get over to my dice? I got a 5, so even if it's AP -2, I'm still good. So he is good. All right, this guy here is going to throw his crack grenade into them. No hit. All right, so this squad here, 7 are going to fire their bolt pistols into my reavers over here, and 1's going to throw a cheeky crack grenade into my flyer up there. So we're going to have the black is going to be the crack grenade, red are going to be the bolt pistols. Crack grenade's hitting on 4, everything else is hitting on 3s because of hard to hit. All right, so that is a miss. And these are now going to be wounding on 4s. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. 4 3-up saves. And I failed 2 of them. All right, this tactical squad. This tactical squad over here is going to fire into my reavers. We're going to have the heavy bolter, 3 bolt guns in rapid fire range, and a bolt pistol. All going to be hitting on 3s because he didn't move the heavy bolter. All right. That. Apparently he moved in feeling alone, so that's going to be 3 wounds over there. 3 3-ups. And I make them all. Woo! This squad's going to do the same thing. See if their heavy bolter remembered to load. He did. Oh, did he ever. All right, so these are now going to be wounding on 3s and 4s. Okay, so that's got 3 wounds there. 1's at AP -1. So we'll do that one first. 4 up. Nope, failed that. So that's 1 wound there. And then we've got 2 3-ups. And failed 1 more, so that's another guy dead. And now this tactical squad is going to fire into the reavers. The heavy bolter did move over here, and they're going to be red, and it's 3 guys with bolters that aren't in rapid fire range. So hitting on 3s and 4s because he moved. All right. Wounding on 4 and 3s, or 4s and 3. So it's just 2 wounds at regular AP, so 2 3-ups. Failed 1. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. So into the assault phase, this tactical squad is going to charge into my reaver squad here. One guy's going to throw he's going to throw a shot grenade. The others are going to just shoot with their heavy bolt pistols. So the first one is going to be the shot grenade, D3 shots. So 2 shots, hitting on 6s. No hits there. And then we got the 2 bolt pistols, heavy bolt pistols, getting 1 hit, wounding on a 4. No wound. Their charge distance is totally in. This tactical squad's gonna charge into the reavers over here. Getting it. All right, so now his Vanguard vets are gonna charge into my flyer there because they've got the flies keyword, so they can charge into him, which is pretty awesome. So I'm gonna fire Overwatch first with the hurricane bolters right here. So we got 24 shots hitting on 6s. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 hits right there. Wounding on 4s. Getting 1 wound. 3 up. No, 1 is dead. And then we're going to fire the rift cannon. So this is going to be heavy D3 with 2 shots. Hitting on 6s. No hits there. So their charge distance is not enough to get him in. That's killer. He's going to spend the command point to re-roll it. 5 inches should probably get him in now. Ooh. Do you get it back, though? No, so he is now out of command points. Sanguinary Ancient's going to charge into the reavers over here. Totally in. And then the Sanguinary Priest is going to charge into my Dark Talon, and he's totally in. All right, we're going to start off the fight phase now with the Sanguinary Ancient attacking into my reavers over here. So he's got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. That's all hits. Strength, what?
4.
Strength 4, so wounding on 3s because of the Red Thirst. Getting 2 wounds. AP -3, so looking for 6 ups. Showing them Phil faces. Getting 1, so 1 goes through. He's got 1 wound there, so he will be dead. All right, so I'm going to spend the 2 command points to activate these guys now because I think they're not going to survive to the end there. So do I get 1 of them back? I do, in fact, so it only cost me 1 command point. So now they're going to attack back into the... we'll go into the Ancient. So, oh no, I think only 1 guy can go into the Ancient. Well, the 1 guy's going to go into the Ancient. The rest are going to go into Tactical Squad. The other guy's going to go into Tactical Squad. So, we got the regular guy into the Ancient. He's going to have 2 base plus 1 for his knife, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 4s. Getting 1. 3 up. 2 up. Oh, he's good. And then the 4 from the sergeant into the tactical squad over on this side. So that's 3 hits. 1 wound, 3 up save. He's good. All right, so now both of the tactical squads we're just gonna roll in at the same time are gonna attack into my reavers over here. We've got the 2 sergeants with chainswords, so they're gonna be 3 attacks each there, and everyone else has got 1 attack each. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, we'll come back to that. And now these are going to be wounding on 3s because of the Red Thirst, rerolling 1s to wound because of the Ancient, which is a good thing you moved him in there. So that is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. 6, 3 up armor saves. Oh, failed 2 of them, so 1 more dead. All right, so now his Vanguard vets are going to attack into my Dark Shroud over here. So we're going to go with the, he's got 2 power fists in there. 1 is the sergeant, so there's going to be 5 power fist attacks. Those are going to be the red dice. And then the rest all have chain swords, so they're going to be 18 attacks from them. So these are all going to be hitting on 3s and 4s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so now they're going to be wounding on 4s and 2s because of the Red Thirst. Alrighty. So we've got 4 that I can actually save here. These are going to be 3 up saves. Make all but 1, so I take 1 wound from that, and then 1 power fist, D3 wounds. Oh, AP 3, right? So let me see. That would be 2 wounds. I can make a 6 up save. So let's see that. Phil first. No, I don't. So that's going to be 2 wounds from that. So he takes 3 wounds. All right. So now the Sanguinary Priest is going to attack in here, hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on 4s because of Red Thirst, getting 1 wound. And he's good with a 3 up. And now he will attack back into the Sanguinary Priest. So we've got 3 attacks here, hitting on 6s, so show me them Phil faces. Hey, getting 1. Strength, oh, I don't even know. Strength 6, wounding on 3. There we go with a fill face. And he's good with a 3-up. All right, so that's the end of the fight phase and the end of the Blood Angel's turn here. I'm going to see if he runs away. So he lost 4 guys from his squad this turn. So 4 plus 4 is 8 in my sergeant, so he is still good. So he will stay right there. We will figure out points, and then we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. These guys moved up over here. These guys moved up this way. He jumped in behind them. These 2 guys moved up over here so that my interrogator chaplain's within 6 inches of his sanguinary guard. The scouts stood still. These scouts stood still. All of these guys, the Dark Shroud, the Dreadnought, Azrael, and the Lieutenant all moved up. And so did the scouts stood still back here. My Dark Talon went into hover mode and fell back over this way, and he and my reaver stayed in combat. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so starting off the psychic phase, my librarian here can see them through those gaps there, so he's going to cast Trephination onto those the sanguinary guard there. So it's going to be looking for a 7 for this to go off. Getting it with a 7. So now I roll 2d6 and 2d6, and then we subtract their leadership, and they'll take that many mortal wounds. Because the interrogator chaplain's within 6 inches of them, they have a -1 leadership. So they were 7, now they're gone down to 6.
They were 8, now they're 7.
Oh, they were, I'm sorry. They were 8, now they're down to 7. Yep. So looking 2d6. Oh, 11 minus 7 is 4 mortal wounds. Do they have a... No. They don't have any thing like that? They don't have a... Whatchamacallits? No, nothing there. Okay, 4... Is this 1 wound each?
2 wounds each.
2 wounds each, so that's 2 dead. And now he's going to cast Smite onto them. Going off with an 11, so D6 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. I'm actually going to spend a command point to reroll that into 4 mortal wounds. And do I get that command point back? I do, in fact. All right, starting off shooting, my Dreadnought is going to fire his last cannons into the sanguinary guard over here. So that's 2 shots, hitting on 3s because he moved. That's 2 hits, wounding on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. That is 2 wounds, AP -3. 5s. No, both go through. Let's see, the first one, D6, is 2 wounds. Second one is 2 wounds, so that's 2 dead. All right, my reavers are going to fire their heavy bolt pistols into his tactical squad here, hitting on 3s. Okay. Wounding on 4s. Yeah, nope, nothing there. He's going to fire his heavy bolt pistol into a tactical squad over here. That's a hit. That is a wound, AP -1. And that is a dead guy. All right, so now my Dark Shroud is going to fire his Rift Cannon into his Sanguinary Priest here, and the Hurricane Bolters into the Vanguard Vets over here. So we're going to go with the Rift Cannon first, heavy D3. So 2 shots. Should have brought over multiple dice. 2 shots, hitting on 4s because he moved, and Strafing Run doesn't work on him because he has the Fly special rule since he's got a jump back. So that is 1 hit. Strength 10, wounding on a 2. That is a wound. AP -3. 6 up. No, goes through. So that is 3 wounds. And then let's see on the Rift Vortex roll here. Yep, it will go off and he will do at least 1. So he is dead. And now the Hurricane Bolters are going to fire in here. Not in rapid fire range. So we've got 12 shots hitting on 3s. Ooh, pretty good. He's fly. They're pretty fly for white guys. Now we got wounded on 4s. Whoop. So we got 2, 4, 6 wounds there. AP nothing, so 6. 3 ups. Failing 2 of them. Heavy bolter from here is going to fire into this squad over here. So hitting on 4s because he moved. Rerolling because of Azrael. Whoa, that I think was that one. So that's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds, AP -1. So 2 4-ups. Making them both. Azrael is going to fire into them over here. Rerolling because of himself. Glad I did not supercharge that. My scouts here are going to fire into his Vanguard Vets. 4 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. Okay. Man, Azrael's been rolling ones to ones a lot here. 3 shots, 3 hits. Wound on 4s. We got 2 wounds. Oh, reroll. Oh, nope, you're not within 6 of the lieutenant. Fails 1. All right, so now that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. My Deathwing Knights here are going to charge into his sanguinary guard and Lamartes. So they can see him through the crack there.
I'm going to supercharge.
He's going to supercharge. He's got a plasma pistol?
Yeah.
He's got a plasma pistol. He's going to supercharge. Ooh. All right, that just made my charge even further. All right. And then Lamarte's pistol.
Oh, you're sure?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it wouldn't have mattered which one you declared first. All right. So now I think it's like an 11-inch charge. That was going to be a 10-inch charge. I think it's an 11-inch charge now. Let's do it with strategic genius, keeping him out of there. Oh, no, I don't get it in. I can't even re-roll into that. So, yeah, so they are not in. All right, and now my lieutenant is going to charge into Lamartes over here. Overwatch? Nope, no hit there. So I need a 7-inch charge for the lieutenant. Whoa, man. Nope. Nope, not even worth re-rolling. So now my interrogator chaplain is going to charge in here, because the thing is, I'm giving you a little insight to my thought process. To get recon for this turn, I'm going to need someone in this quarter. If he survives, would get it for me, but I'm not confident he's going to survive all those attacks to the end of my turn. So, interrogator chaplain needs 6 inches to get in. And he's totally in. All right, so that's it for the assault. So we're going to go into the fight phase. My interrogator chaplain is going to strike into Lamartes there first. So I got 3 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling because of himself. So that's 3 hits. Strength +1, so wounding on 3s. So that's 2 wounds at AP -1. So 2 4-ups. Oh, he makes them both. And now he's going to attack into the squad that he shot in the face. So he's got 4 attacks. Hitting on 3s. All right, so that is going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. Nothing. Oh man, realizing my supreme tactical error here possibly, Lamartes is now going to attack into my interrogator chaplain here because he thinks my interrogator chaplain is actually Horus. He thinks everyone's Horus, but especially this guy right now. So here come his attacks, hitting on 2s. Rerolling because of himself, that's all hits, so 5 hits. Wounding on 2s because of the red thirst. That's all wounds. That's 5 wounds at AP -2, right?
That's right.
So 5 wounds, 4-up invul saves because of the Rosarius. So let's see if he's been praying to the Emperor. 4-ups. Nope. Failing 3 of them. These are going to be D3 wounds apiece. Oh, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. Yeah, he did. Oh, man, that was not great. All right, so now his other guys here are going to attack into me. We've got 6 with the chain swords and 7 otherwise, hitting on 3s. All right, and these are me wounding on 4s, right? Because the red thirst is only the first round of combat.
That's right, but the rerolling 1s because of the banner.
Rerolling 1s wound because of the banner, but wounding on 4s. Oh, that one's cocked. All right, rerolling those 1s. You got a couple of 1s in there. 2 of them. There we go. Got an extra 1 in there. That's pretty good. An extra wound. So that's going to be 4 wounds. 4 3-up armor saves. And I make all but 1, so he's still alive. All right, and that is the end of the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 2. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Blood Angels on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 3. His tactical squad moved over here except for the heavy bolter who did not move. Lamartes jumped over this way, looking on my reavers over here. His assault squad dropped in here behind my reavers in the back line over here. His Vanguard vets, they passed their leadership test. I think we forgot to show that, but we did roll for it. They did pass, and they moved up over this way. And his banner guy moved around here. Everyone else stayed in combat with them over there. And that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now we're going to start off the shooting phase with his assault squad shooting. 2 melta-guns and 3 bolt pistols. So hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s and 2s and 4s. So we got 2 3-up saves. Making both of those. And then AP -4, so that's just going to go straight through. D6 is 2 wounds. That's dead. Now the 2 tactical squad over here are just going to fire their bolt pistols into my guy there. Hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on 4s. Getting 4 wounds. 4. 3-up armor saves. And he makes a ball. Oh no, 3 up. Yeah, 3 up. That was right. Oh man, I just scared the crap out of myself thinking that he didn't get that. Sorry. So he made a ball. He's good. So now this Vanguard Vet Squad is going to shoot into my Dreadnought at -1 to hit. So we've got 3 bolt pistols and a crack grenade hitting on 4s. Alrighty. Wounding on 4s and 5s. So we got 1 bolt pistol looking for a 3-up. No, fail that. All right, his Reaper battery there is going to fire into my scouts over here. So hitting on, that's right, 43 shots. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 8 shots hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 3s. So we got 4 wounds. We got 4 3-up saves because they are in cover. Failed 1. All right, so now this tactical squad's gonna fire into my Reaver squad here. Blacks are gonna be the heavy bolters. Everything's hitting on 3s because the heavy bolter did not move. Wounding on 3s and 4s. Yep, 3s and 4s. So we've got 3 at AP -1. So 3 4-ups. And I failed 1 of those. And then 2 3-ups. And I made both of those. And now Lamartes is going to fire his pistol. That is a hit. That is a wound. That is a save. All right, so now that's it for shooting phase. Lamartes is going to charge into my Reaver squad. He's more than 6 inches away. He'll have a 6-inch charge because he's like just over 6 inches, but not quite over. He's not over 7 inches. But that does mean that I can't throw my shock grenades. So these are all going to be heavy bolt pistol shots, hitting on 6s. Getting 1. Wounding on a 4. No wound. And his charge distance is, not in. And now these guys are going to charge into them. They are within 6 inches, so I'm going to throw a shock grenade. It's going to be 2 shots on 6s. No, nothing there. And then we've got 3. No heavy bolt pistol shots. And they are totally in. And now this squad is going to charge in, needing 9 inches. Getting it. Ooh, that's rough. All right, so now his Vanguard Vets are going to charge into Azrael and my Dark Shroud. So I'm going to fire Overwatch with the Dark Shroud first. All right, re-rolling because of Azrael. Not getting anything, so no worries there. Azrael's going to, he's not going to supercharge, but he is going to fire both barrels. So first the plasma, hitting on 6s. Getting 1, re-rolling because of himself. Good thing I did not supercharge. Strength 7, looking for 3 to wound. That is a wound. AP -3. Oh, and they make it. Well done. And then the bolters are going to fire in here. Reroll. Wow, jeez. Rerolling because of himself. Getting 1. As a wound. AP -1. So that is a dead Vanguard Vet. All right, and now their charge distance is totally in. All right, starting off the fight phase, his Vanguard Vets are going to start by attacking into Azrael over here. So we're going to have 2 guys with Power Fists, including the Sergeant, and then 2 guys with chain swords that are going to be tagging in here. These are going to be hitting on 3s and 4s. Oh boy. All right, wounding on 2s and 3s because of the Red Thirst. All right. So we've got, what is that, 3 armor saves and 3 power fist saves. So we're going to do the armor saves first of 2 ups. Oh. All right, I'm going to spend his 1 warlord trait reroll for this. Okay, there we go. So he takes 1 wound. Still not great, but better than the other alternative there. And now, 3 power fists. It's going to be his 4-up invul save. Can he make it? Come on. And oh no, I failed 2. So here it is. He's down to 5 wounds. These are now D3 wounds. If he gets 5 wounds between these, he's dead. Oh, he does! That is very unfortunate. Oh, that is painful. That one hurts. Yeah, he did. Bump, bump. All right, you know what? I'm going to spend the command point reroll because the first one was this free one from his warlord trait. That's what I said. But now this is going to be the command point reroll. Oh, no, he's still dead. All right. But do I? Oh, no, I don't even get it back because he's dead. So I can't even roll to get it back. All right. So, yeah, that's brutal. All right, I'm going to spend the 2 command points to interrupt over here. Don't get to roll to get one back because Azrael is dead. So now we're going to see. They're going to attack everything into the tactical squad over here. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Alrighty. These are now going to be wounding on 4s. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. 6 3-up saves. Failing 2 of them. All right, so now he's going to activate that tactical squad in here. 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling because they are within 6 inches of Lamartes. It's all hits now. Wounding on 4s. Oh, wounding on 3s because of the bloodthirst. Red thirst, not bloodthirst. It is a bloody thirst, but it's the red thirst. How dare I? We don't talk about it like that. Come on. So it's 2 wounds, 2 3-ups. And, ooh, failed 1. And now the assault squad's going to attack in here. The reds are going to be the power axe. Everything else is just going to be chain swords and just fists, I guess. So hitting on 3s, right? Mm-hmm. Is it unwieldy, the axe? No. Power axe isn't unwieldy?
Nope.
All right, so these are now all going to be wounding on +1, right? So they're all going to be wounding on 2s or 3s. So the red is going to be at AP -2, right? So looking for a 5-up for that one. Nope, don't get that. And then we've got 2 3-ups. Making both of those. All right, so now they're going to be attacking in over here. So we got 9 guys, a couple with chain swords. These are going to be hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, because this is not the first round of combat over there. Rerolling 1s to wound, though, because of the banner. All right, not bad. So that's, what is that? 5? So we got 5 3-up saves. Oh, and I failed just the one necessary to kill him.
No.
And now my lieutenant is going to activate over here. He activated, yeah, he's going to activate over here. So these are going to be hitting, because he, what is the word? Heroically intervened, just apparently not soon enough. So now he's going to attack over there. Got 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. Not getting to reroll because Azrael is dead. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. Not rerolling 2s, only rerolling 1. So that's 2 AP -3, so 2 6-ups.
Right, now I'm going to take out the storm shield.
You're going to take out the storm shield, so first 3-up. Good. Second one is good. All right, so that is it for the Blood Angel turn here on turn 3. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 3. Okay. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. My scout stood still over here. He stayed in combat here. My Dreadnought stood still. Scouts kind of moved around over there. This scout stood still over here. My Deathwing Knights moved up over this way. My Librarian moved up over this way. These guys stayed in combat. My Lieutenant jumped up over there. My Dark Talon started flying, and my what's it called? Dark Shroud flatted out over here. Or not flatted out, he just advanced. He doesn't have flat out. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so now starting off, we're going to try Mind Wipe onto Lamartes over here. Looking for 7. It goes off with a 9. So now we each roll a dice. He has a leadership 9, right? I think we both have 9. So looking for the higher dice. Oh, and he wins on that one. And now he's just going to smite into Lamartes. Getting it with a 7. With 1 wound. 6-up, feel no pain, basically. No, he takes a wound. All right, so now my Dark Talon is going to fire into Lamartes with his Rift Cannon and firing into the Tactical Squad with the Hurricane Bolter. So we're going to go with the Rift Cannon first. Heavy D3, getting 2 shots. Hitting on 4 since he moved, and Lamartes is fly, so I don't get the bonus there. 2 hits, strength 10, wounding on 2s. That is 1 wound, rerolling 1s to wound because of the lieutenant there. That's cocked. That's 2 wounds. 2 4-up Rosaria saves. Fails 1 of them, so that's 3 wounds onto him. And then, so we'll do this. So 3 6-ups. No, nothing there. Oh, he's only got 4 wounds total? Oh, he's only got 4 wounds, so he is dead. And now the Hurricane Bolter is going to fire into the closest tactical squad over here. So 24 shots because he's within 12. All right, hitting on 2s because of because they don't have fly to hits. All right, now wounding on 4s. All right, wounding on 4s. So many dice. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. Oh, thank you, lieutenant. Holy cow. All right. So wounding on 4s. So we've got... Oh, not a lot. We got 8 wounds. 8 wounds into this squad over here. Sorry, that was from my reaver guy. 8 3-ups. Fails 2 of them. Now my lieutenant's going to shoot into that hit. Not a wound. They're going to shoot into the tactical squad. It's all hits. That is no wounds. Twin las cannons from my venerable dreadnought shooting into the rapier battery, hitting on 2s because he didn't move. That's 2 hits. That is 1 wound, rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. That is 2 wounds. AP minus 3 into them, so 6 ups. Making 1, so D6 damage. 3 damage, so we're just gonna yeah. Yeah, I forgot he already had put allocated 2 wounds onto the rapier, the gun itself, so he had to put all 3 of that into that, so it is dead. All right, my knights are going to charge into his in the charge phase because my shooting's over, into his tactical squad here, needing an 11-inch charge. Nope. And then he's going to charge into this squad over here, needing a 10-inch charge. Nope. So that is going to be it for the assaults. We'll come. Oh no, and I've got and then he's going to charge into them back over there. Yeah, he's totally in. Ooh, that would have been nice before. All right, so that is going to be it for the assaults. We'll come back to you with the fight phase. All right, so we're going to start here with my dreadnought, hitting on 2s. That's all hits. Wounding on 2s. That's all wounds. AP minus 3, so you're going to put them on the storm shields first? Yes. Storm shields first, so.
2 at a time.
2 at a time because the storm shields, 3 ups. Both make those. Oh, 1 fails that one, and it's going to be 3 damage, so it's going to be a dead guy with a storm shield. And now I'm going to activate my lieutenant. He's got the Heavenfall Blade, so he's going to have 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. That's all hits. Wounding on 3s because it's strength plus 2. Not rerolling 2s, so that's going to be 4 wounds at AP minus 3. So starting with a 3 up. So good, good, good. Oh no. Oh, and he goes down because it's it's just 1 wound each, so he is dead. All right, now his assault squad here is going to activate into my reavers, hitting on 3s. All right, 3s and 4s, I guess it would have been. Oh no, it's just 3s. Yeah. Wounding on 3s. Oh no, wounding on 4s is it's not the first round of combat.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, so it's still 2 wounds, 2 3-ups. Oh, and I failed 1. I'm actually gonna spend my last command point to re-roll that. And he's good. All right, and they're gonna activate into the tactical squad. So we've got 3 attacks from each of them, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 4s. Oh, man. 1. Oh, and he's good. And now the tactical squad's gonna attack in. 5 attacks. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. We got 3 wounds. 3 3-up armor saves, and a failed 1. All right, so now these guys are going to attack into my lieutenant, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. That's a wound. 3-up. No, failed it. All right, so end of the turn here. Only morale test we have to take is over here. They lost 2 plus 1 is good, and they are good to go. And that is the end of the Dark Angel's turn here, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Blood Angels on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 4. These guys jumped way back over here. These guys fell out of combat over to here. These guys stayed in combat with my reavers. His sanguinary ancient moved up against my lieutenant there. The tactical squad moved up this way, that tactical squad moved up over that way, and these guys moved back onto the objective over here. And that is it for the movement phase for the Blood Angels here on turn 4. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so the assault squad is going to start us off with 2 melta-guns, a crack grenade, and 2 bolt pistols into my librarian over here.
Red's melta.
Red is the melta on 3s. Alrighty. So wounding on 2s, 3s, and 4s. 2 3s and 4. Oh, everything. All right, so the 2 Melta. He's in cover, so he gets +1. -4 means that he's looking at a 6-up. So show me 2 fill faces. No, show me none. D6 each. That's the first one is 6, so he did. Angelus bolt gun into the lieutenant there. 1 hit. No wounds. Bolt pistols into reavers. 2 hits. 1 wound. And a save. This tactical squad here is going to fire into my flyer, who is within range of my whatchamacallit, and and he's also got hard to hit, and the heavy bolter moves. So the heavy bolter's hitting on 6s. Everything else is hitting on 5s. Okay, we've got 2 hits with the regular bolters. So those are going to be wounding on 5s. Got 1 wound, and he's good. All right, these guys are going to also fire into the flyer. Again, 5s and 6s. Getting 3 hits with the bolt. Oh, no, yeah, the black were the heavy bolter, right? Or
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so that's going to be 3 hits with the bolters. 1 wound with the bolter. And no save. This guy over here is going to fire a bolt pistol into my lieutenant. That's a hit. That is not a wound. Now into assaults. His sanguinary ancient is going to charge into my lieutenant. I'm going to fire. And nope, not hitting him. Charge distance totally in. And now these guys are going to try to charge into my lieutenant. And I'll probably get it in. All right, we're going to start off the fight phase with the sanguinary ancient attacking into my lieutenant over here. So he's got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on a 4. Wounding on it's a wound, but it would have been a wound on a 3, right? Because he's strength. He doesn't have strength. So it would have been a 3 because of the red thirst since he just charged in. So that's a wound. AP -3, looking for a 6-up. Showing that full first. No, goes through. D3 wounds, right? 2 wounds. And now the other squad's going to attacking in here. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. No wound. Rerolling the 1 because of the banner. That is a wound. 3 up. No. All right, so now my lieutenant is going to attack into his sanguinary dude bro there. Oh no, he's going to go into the tactical squad. 3 attacks. That's 1 hit. That is not a wound. Sorry, and these guys are attacking. 1 hit. Oh, 1 not hit. Everything but that 1 hit. 3 saves. Oh, failed 2. And now my guy's going to attack back into them. 3 hits. 3 wounds. 3 up saves. 3 up saves. He makes them all. All right, and that is it for the Blood Angels here on turn 4. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 4. This guy stayed in combat with them. These guys moved up towards his assault squad over here. He dropped into hover mode back over here. He shot up over to here, just moved in advance. He fell out of combat back over to there, and these guys stood still. These guys stood still. He advanced, quote unquote, 1 inch back over here looking to get on these guys, and he fell back over to here, and these guys stood still. And that's it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting with the shooting phase, my Dark Talon's going to fire his Rift Cannon into the Sanguinary Ancient, and he's going to fire the Hurricane Bolters into the squad over there, into the regular tactical squad. So we're going to go with the Rift Cannon first. Heavy D3, 1 shot, hitting on a 4 because he moved. Oh, nope. And now the Hurricane Bolters into his tactical squad there. Hitting on 3s. Getting to roll another because I dropped 1. All right, we'll come back to you with... Oh, hitting on 2s because of strafing run. All right, and wounding on 4s. All right, so that is going to be... All right, we've got 3, 6, 9. 3 up saves. Yeah, right over here. Failing 2 of them. All right. All right, my lieutenant's going to fire into the 1 guy there because he's got a jump pack, so he's got fly. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Oh, that is a wound. 3 up save. He's good. All right, my Dreadnought there is going to fire into his 2-man squad over here. 2 shots hitting on 3s because he moved. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. That's 2 wounds. AP -3, so 2 6-ups. And he makes 1 of them, so 1 is just dead. All right, and now my the Dark Shroud's gonna fire into the single guy over there, hitting on 4s because he moved. That's all hits. Wounding on 3s because it's rank 5. So we got 1 wound. AP -1, so 4 up. Oh, and he's good. All right, he's gonna fire his heavy bolt pistol. That's a hit. That is not a wound. They're gonna fire bolters into them. 2 hits. 1 wound. 3 up save. Oh, 1 dead. All right, 2 guys here are in range of these 2 guys. 2 hits. Ooh, no wounds. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. These guys are going to charge into his assault squad over here. So here come his runs. They're going to be 2 melty guns and bolters. Nope, nothing there. So they're charge distance. Ooh, it's totally in. All right, so then into the fight phase, we're going to activate my my Deathwing Knights first. So the flail is going to have 3 attacks from the Knightmaster. Everyone else is going to have 2 attacks with the maces. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Alrighty. All right, these are going to be wounding on 3s and 2s. All right. So we've got 5 that are at AP -2, so 5 ups. Nope, 3, 4 are dead, so that's gonna be 4 dead, and then we've got 2 at AP -3, so 2 6 ups. Yeah, they're dead. So that squad is wiped. And now my Reaver is going to activate. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. It's all hits. Wounding on 4s. Getting 1 wound. Regular save, 3 up. No, 1 dead. All right, now these guys are going to attack into my Reaver here. 4 attacks. We've got 3 hits. These are now going to be wounding on 4s. Getting 3 wounds. 3 up saves. And I make, whoa, failed 1. All right, and that is it for the Dark Angels here on turn 4. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Blood Angels on turn 5. All right, so movement phase for the Blood Angels here. These guys stood where they were. They stood where they were there. These guys, the bolter guy moved up here, or the sergeant moved up here. The heavy bolter guy stood still. These guys stayed in combat. And then back over here, these guys jumped out of their cover over here to come after my scouts. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, we're gonna start out with these guys shooting into whom? Into the scouts here. So we got 2 bolt pistols hitting on 3s, 2 hits, wounding on 4s. We got 2 wounds, 2 3 up saves because they're in cover there. Failed 1. All right, this one over here, heavy bolter is going to fire into the scouts over here. Bolt pistol is going to fire into my lieutenant. So we're going to go with the heavy bolter first, hitting on 3s because he didn't move. All right, so 2 hits, wounding on 3s. Got 1 wound, AP -1. Looking for a 5 up. No, dead. And then the pistol into the lieutenant. Hitting on the 3. That's a hit. Wounding on 4. That is not a wound. Now these guys are going to shoot their 2 pistols into them. Getting 1 hit, wounding on a 4. That is a wound. Oh, and he is dead. All right, so now the tactical squad is going to fire into my dark shroud over here. So it's -1 to hit. So the heavy bolter is going to be hitting on 4s. Got 1 hit, wounding on a 5. No wound. And now the bolt pistol from the sergeant over here is going to fire, hitting on a 4 because it's -1 to hit. Nope. And now the Angelus bolt gun from the Ancient's going to fire over here. 2 shots, hitting on 4, right? Yeah, nothing there. All right, so over here, the tactical squad's going to start us off in the charge phase, charging into my Dark Shroud. I'm going to fire Overwatch with the heavy bolter. No hits there. Their charge distance, yeah, it's totally in. And now the Ancient's charging in. Yeah, he's totally in. All right, so now these Vanguard vets are charging into my scouts. Overwatching here. Nope, no hits. Ooh, brutal. And now their charge distance, yep, totally in. All right, we're gonna start the fight phase over here with the Vanguard vets. So we've got 3 attacks each with the chainswords there. These are gonna be hitting on 3s. All right, so failing 2 there. Now these are going to be wounding on 3s because of the red thirst. That is 4 wounds. AP nothing, 4 ups. Come on, you can do it. You making 3 of them. And now the Sanguinary Ancient's going to attack in here. So he's going to be hitting on 3s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Wounding on 4s because of the bloodthirst. 2 wounds, AP -3, so 2 6 up saves. Show me them filth facers. No, nothing there. So D3 wounds each from these ones. So 2 wounds. And now the tactical squad over here. So we got 4 attacks coming in from them. Hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on 4s because of the bloodthirst. So that's 2 wounds. 2 3-up saves. Whoa, who even does that? And then these guys are going to attack into the reaver over here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Wounding on 4s because it's not the first turn of combat. So that's 2 wounds. 2 3-up saves. Oh, and he fails and he's dead. Now my Deathwing Knights are going to activate, hitting on 3s. All right, pretty good. Wounding on 2s and 3s. All right, so we've got 5 that are at AP, 5 that are AP -2, so 5 5-ups. No, they are dead. Now my Dark Shroud's going to attack into the tactical squad there. So I've got 3 attacks hitting on 3s apparently. Okay, got 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. Nope. And now my scouts are going to attack back, including Jenkins himself. Hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. No. That seems about fair. All right, and that is it for the Blood Angels' turn here. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 5. He stood still on his objective. He stood still on his objective. The scouts fell back out of combat to allow them to handle them. Over here, that's not mine. He fell out of combat back over to this way. He stayed in hover mode and stood still where he was. And these guys stood on their objective back here. And that is it for the movement phase for the Dark Angels. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting with the shooting phase, my Dark Talon is going to fire his Rift Cannon into the Sanguinary Ancient, and then the Hurricane Bolters into those dude bros over there. So, the Rift Cannon. It's going to be 1 shot, hitting on a 3 since he didn't move. Ooh. Another Hurricane Bolters into his tactical squad there on 3s. On 2s, I'm sorry, because of strafing run. All right, and these are going to be now wounding on 4s. Come on, get him. Oh, come on. Here. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, 12 3-up saves that he has to make here. No, they are dead. All right, that scout's going to fire into this tactical squad here. That's a hit. That is not a wound. All right, my Venerable Dreadnought's going to fire his twin las cannons into this tactical squad here, and the heavy flamer into his squad there. All right, that's 2 hits with the twin las. That is 2 wounds, 2 6-ups. No, they are dead. Pistol from here. It's a hit. That is a wound. 3-up save. Oh, dead. And then he's going to fire his heavy bolter into that guy. That is going to be 1 hit because he moved. And that is 1 wound because it's a strength 5. Ooh, that's not safe. All right, so now my Venerable Dreadnought's going to charge into here. Overwatch is not. He is in. And my Lieutenant is also in. Starting with the Dreadnought over here. That's all hits. That is rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. So that is 4 wounds, 4 6-ups. No, he did. All right, with that is going to be the end of the game. We're going to call it there. The Dark Angels with a resounding victory. I scored all of the points. I would have had all of the points. All of my secondaries I would have filled out on this. I got all of most of the points throughout the game there. I finally at the end here got a mission bonus by having or contesting 5 objectives there. 5 objectives. So yeah, that was a pretty strong showing for the Dark Angels against the Blood Angels. That first initial charge that Marcus got off on me was brutal. I was super worried. Wiping out my Hellblasters like that, there was not much I felt like I could do, but I managed to pull it back out, and the rest of my army did really well. The stratagems went my way, a lot of the dice went my way, but I think all in all, I think the Dark Angels is a strong codex, and I think they're going to be competitive. And I mean, it makes me feel good. Maybe I can compete at the LVO. LVO. We'll see what happens here. I think my list is going to be a little bit different than this for the LVO, but some of the same things that you saw here are probably going to make their way into it. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I certainly have. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek as always. My opponent was Marcus at first, but he had to go run to get his kids, so he graciously let Joe handle the rest of the game here for the last turn and a half there. So thank you, Joe. Thank you, Marcus, for letting us use the models. And until next time, have fun.